For a long time, Donald Trump promised that the tax cuts they were going to do was going to be for the middle class, not for the rich. No, of course not. In fact, he had told CBS News, the rich will not be gaining at all with this plan. We are looking for the middle class and we are looking for jobs. Jobs being the economy, okay? So now he actually said that's someone else. CBS News is reporting it right now, but that was back in the fall, and that's a quote that a lot of people have shared, obviously. And he was bragging about this is not for the rich. They will not be gaining at all. You just saw it in the quote. Okay, so CBS News now with a new report saying President Trump kicked off his holiday weekend at Mar-a-Lago Friday night at a dinner where he told friends, quote, "You all just got a lot richer," referencing the sweeping tax overhaul he signed into law hours earlier. What happened? I thought the rich weren't going to be gaining at all. That, by the way, that is reported by people who were attending that dinner at Mar-a-Lago. So, no, Donald Trump's a liar and the tax cuts were always for the rich? Color me surprised. Yes, in fact, behind closed doors, as soon as he gets to his private properties that cost a tremendous amount of money to be a member of, he tells his rich friends, don't worry, I delivered for you. In fact, to give more context on that, CBS News said the president has spent many weekends of his presidency so far at the quote unquote winter White House, as he calls it, where initiation fees cost $200,000, annual dues cost $14,000, and some of the most affluent members of society have the opportunity to interact with the president in a setting while many Americans cannot. So there's no excuse that, well, I went to Mar-a-Lago and talked to the middle class. Do a lot of people in the middle class have $200,000 to throw away so they could have fancy dinners with their other rich friends, let alone the $14,000 a year on top of that, let alone all the things that cost money inside that club, which I'm sure is outrageously expensive? No, his real friends are the rich, and he just delivered for them, and he couldn't help himself because he's Donald Trump. So he bragged to them, hey guys, how did I do? I got you all the money. I took it from the middle class and I gave it to you. Did I do a good job? And remember when I lied to them and I said I'd be doing it for them? Wasn't that funny? By the year 2027, according to this law, 53% of Americans will be paying more in taxes, not less. Let alone the damage to the economy, let alone the redistribution of wealth overall, let alone the cuts that'll have to come against Social Security and Medicare, which now the Republicans and Paul Ryan are bragging about. Cuts are coming next. Put all that aside, you're going to be paying higher taxes by 2027. Why? Because the rich needed more taxes on top. By the way, that 53% is not the rich. It's coming from the poor and the middle class. Your taxes are going to get raised. Where is the money going? Well, let's take a look. According to Tax Policy Center, which is nonpartisan, 82.8% of the bill's benefit would go to the top 1%. So when he goes to Mar-a-Lago and shouts from the rooftops that his rich friends can celebrate Christmas because he just got them a huge tax cut, he's right. 83% of the money from that tax cut is going to go to the top 1% who doesn't need it at all. And it's also going to go to corporations, which is going to funnel it to their executives, who are almost all also in the top 1%. And they pretended that it was for you. What a sad, sad joke. It's the greatest robbery in American history. And Trump is almost literally laughing all the way to the bank, at least laughing all the way to Mar-a-Lago. You just watched the video by the Young Turks, home of the revolution. If you'd like to get a lot more than that, get the full show by becoming a member. tytnetwork.com/join.